Hey everyone, today I've got your Star Trek Beyond movie review. A surprise attack in outer space forces the Enterprise to crash land on a mysterious world. So you've got Captain Kirk, Spock, and the rest of the crew who now must battle this deadly alien who I feel like is their greatest foe yet, and while trying to find their way off of this hostile planet. As far as the story goes, after hoping that J.J. Abrams would return to direct this third installment to the Star Trek reboot franchise, I remember mentioning that when I saw Star Trek Into Darkness way back when, and now because he was off doing the Star Wars film, and now you've got Justin Lin, who previously helmed the Fast and Furious movies, at least some of them. Now he boldly goes where he's never gone before, especially with this franchise, which actually worried me because I was concerned with the way that his style of filming was going to affect the overall finishing touch of this film. But I was greatly surprised because I think he pulled it off. I really loved how consistent the film ended up being with the previous two films as far as the whole look went, so I thought that was perfect, and especially having some other help with Simon Pegg with the screenplay. I just overall enjoyed this film, and I have enjoyed these movies because seeing how far we've come with these Star Trek movies in the past, and now this seems like a new modern interpretation for a new generation to get into. So as far as the casting goes, you've got Chris Pine, who returns as Captain Kirk. I think his character has definitely matured, and we've gotten to know his interpretation of this character, originally played by William Shatner. And now, I really like how it sort of feels like he almost takes for granted his role as captain of the Enterprise, and then they're sort of bringing it full circle to the first Star Trek film of the series, and how he started out, and I was thinking, oh, so are they going to do some flashbacks? Are they going to go back in time with his character? Is there a possibility that we could potentially see more of him down the road with other films? And then you've got Zachary Quinto, who I think does a superb job playing Spock, and just what he's done to really bring his own character, originally played by Leonard Nimoy, who I definitely saw in his role, and just his relationships with other people, and maybe some that definitely could have, worked out a little bit better, just to see the struggles that he's gone through and the things that he's had to work on in this film, I thought were really well done, and just seeing that half-human side to him as well as Vulcan side to him, I thought was really cool. Some really funny characters like Bones, played by Karl Urban. I thought he was a really great actor in this film, and just all of his scenes, I'm a huge fan of his, so I really loved his performance. Zoe Saldana, who plays Uhura, and of course, I really love how tough that she can be. I could have sworn that she was going to have some better scenes with her kicking butt, but I guess that was more so for this newer character of the film, Jayla, played by Sofia Boutella, who was previously seen in Kingsman: The Secret Service and will also be in the Mummy reboot. So I really liked how badass her character was, and because she was an alien, Simon Pegg and John Cho, I thought they were also really good in their roles, and I wish I saw more of them. And even though Sulu was more fleshed out, or there was definitely something going on with his character that I feel like had a lot of controversy surrounding it, but we'll see. The main villain of the movie, last but not least, Idris Elba as Krall. He's this alien, or is he? I mean, he was just so scary. I think he's been the most terrifying. He could be more terrifying than Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. I'm just saying, he's definitely, I think, one of the best villains of this franchise, and I just loved how evil he was, and terrifying, and just cruel, and, you know, that voice, ugh, scary. So the things that I did like about this movie, obviously, the pacing of this film, I was, you know, attentive all the way through. I did not once fall asleep because there was just so much action going on left and right. These special effects were just eye-popping, and I didn't even see this movie in 3D, but I could definitely see the scenes that would have definitely looked cool in 3D had I seen that. But of course, I also thought that the costume and makeup department did a good job once again putting these characters, you know, on the screen and making them all look very unique and distinct, so I just really love seeing that. And I also shed a couple tears watching this movie because there are some scenes that I really just was so sad about. I mean, especially seeing Anton Yelchin on this screen. He played Chekhov, I mean, because he passed away, and just thinking about him, it was really sad, and even Leonard Nimoy as well. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this film, I really, because Simon Pegg was responsible for the screenplay, and adding that touch to the film, I feel like created some misplaced comedic scenes that maybe just didn't need to be there, because it kind of got excessive at times, and I feel like it made the film lose its authentic touch with, you know, how it all originally started and how it all was supposed to feel. So I was seeing a bit of an inconsistency with the previous films, so that's why this sort of stood out as its own film in a way, even though this was all part of the franchise. But who knows, there could be a fourth, because I heard Chris Hemsworth might come back as George Kirk. That'd be really awesome to see. So I can't wait for that if that happens. So overall, I would say that Star Trek Beyond was a beyond awesome film, and I just loved it nonstop. I just can't wait to see more of these films. So I'm definitely going to recommend seeing this film, because it just definitely held a place in my heart, and how creative everything all seemed to be, and just how exciting it was, and how excited I was watching it. So I would give this 4.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Star Trek Beyond, and would you guys like to see a 4th Star Trek movie in the future? And who would you also want to direct it? Should J.J. Abrams come back? And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Child Thursday video. You guys can like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And live long and prosper.